30-minute mat Pilates workout tonight. You don't need anything except for your mat. So no props needed. We're gonna go ahead and get started standing. So once you're up and standing, take your feet parallel, hip distance apart, and we're just gonna take some deep breaths to start. So inhale, stretch the arms out to the side and up, gaze up to the ceiling, reach through your fingertips. Exhale, release those arms down. Inhale, reach those arms out to the side and up. Exhale, press those arms down. So as you're finding your deep breaths, create your own resistance through the arms. So imagine your arms are pressing through water, and then start to breathe space in between the ribs. So as you're inhaling, expand through your rib cage, create that space. As you're exhaling, knit those ribs back together and feel your core start to fire. Now on this next one, keep the arms up. So inhale, reach those arms up, hold. Right hand is gonna grab a hold of your left wrist. Inhale, pull the left arm to the right. So we're taking it into a literal lateral bend through the spine. So as you hold in this stretch, I want you to think about it like an active stretch. So you're actively pulling that left arm over, you're breathing space in that left side body, and your right side's getting a little oblique crunch. Start to press your hips a little bit more to the left, take that side bend a little deeper. Inhale it here, exhale, bring it all the way back up, switch out the hands. Left hand grabs the right wrist, inhale, side bend it to the left. So once again, you're creating space in between the right set of ribs. Get that little crunch through the left side body. Nice active pull. Start to press that right hip a little bit more to the right. Take your side bend a little deeper. Inhale it here. Exhale, back up to center. Release the grip on the wrist. Once again, side bend to the right. Sweep your right arm underneath. So think left arm reaching up and over, right arm is active right below your hips, and then rotate your head up and under that left arm. Inhale it here, exhale, bring it back up, switch it out. Right arm up, left arm down, and then float your gaze up and under that right arm. Inhale it here, exhale, take it up to center, reach those arms up high to the sky, and then fold yourself down. Find your first forward fold here. So feeling that stretch through the backs of the legs. Now hold your forward fold. Keep the feet parallel, hip distance apart. From here, lift up about halfway. So I want you to find a flat back. So think tailbone pressing back, crown of the head reaching forward, gaze is down at the mat in front of you, and you feel your belly button pulling back towards your spine. Now those arms, sweep the palms up towards the ceiling. So you got a little bit of a lift through the arms. Give me a big inhale here. As you exhale, sweep the arms through, bend your knees, find a little chair here. Inhale, extend through the legs, press your palms up, flatten your back. Exhale, take it to that squat. Inhale, sweep it through, lengthen. Exhale to bend. So find this to your own pace of breath. And each time, let those palms lift a little bit higher towards the sky. Really feel your abs start to fire here. We're also starting to warm up through the upper back and shoulders. Now let's do 2 more. On this last one, hold your flat back. So think lengthen through that spine. Inhale, press your palms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, resist it back down. Inhale, press. Exhale, release. So you want to feel the upper back start to fire and also your triceps, back sides of your upper arms. Now all the while, keep the abs engaged. Gaze down and forward, soft bend through the knees. Hold the arms up, just pulse. So even though you're not pressing anything away, create your own resistance. So imagine you're pushing something up towards the sky. Pulse it out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the arms down, find a forward fold. Now we're going to continue with a little bit of that back and in the shoulders and triceps here. So hinge it back to that halfway and then slightly lift up a little higher. So you're not standing, you're not flattened. Find a good middle zone here. So a little bit of that middle portion. And then bring your hands under your shoulders. So we're gonna go into a little bit of breaststroke. So inhale, extend your arms out. Exhale, circle them around, hands back under your shoulders. So inhale out, exhale, circle it around. So try to keep the height through the arms. So as if you had an imaginary surface that you were gliding your arms across. So maintain that height, really squeeze through that upper back, and now reverse. So circle it inward. So think wide, and then pull it back in. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fold it over once again. Release your head. Maybe shake it out a little. We're going to find that position one more time. So remember, we're in between a flat back and up tall. So find that halfway mark. Keep the abs engaged. Arms are going to be down by your hips. Float your palms forward. Inhale, circle them up and around. Exhale, press it back. Inhale to lift. Exhale to press. So think about it like a giant arm circle here. You're getting that full rotation through the shoulders. Now reverse it. So lift the arms up, circle it behind. Keep pulling those abs up and in. Let's do 3, 2, last one here, and release it down. Then shake it out through the head, and then go ahead and slowly restack your spine. Now make your way to the back edge of your mat. So we're gonna make that back edge, feet are back to parallel, hip distance apart. We're gonna go into our Pilates push-up. So inhale, sweep the arms out to the side and up. Exhale, fold yourself down. Find your forward fold. Now hands are gonna walk out to a plank. We're gonna use 4 counts. So walk the hands out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold in your plank. Just hold. Keep the weight shifted forward. Gaze is down at the mat in front of you. Nice long spine. Inhale, shift your hips up and back. Find that downward dog position. Now from here, walk the hands back towards your feet. So walk it back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly restack your spine. Come up tall. Start again. So inhale the arms out to the side and up. Exhale, fold it forward. Walk those hands out. Find your plank and hold. Now option, give me some push-ups here. So your option is to take those push-ups or you just hold in your plank. Last one, shift the hips up and back. Find your downward dog. Walk it back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly restack your spine. Come up tall. Last set here. Inhale the arms out to the side and up. Exhale, fold it forward. Walk those hands out. Find your plank. Either hold or give me tricep push-ups. So elbows squeezing into the ribs. Last one. Shift the hips up and back. Find your downward dog and hold. So head is released in between those arms. If your calves are feeling tight, pedal out the feet. Take one last breath here. And then softly, carefully release your knees down onto the mat. Come off of your hands for just a moment. We're gonna go back into a plank. Give your wrists a break. All right, so whenever you're ready, meet me back in your plank position. Find your strong foundation, and we're gonna find shoulder taps. So right hand will lift off the mat. It'll tap the left shoulder and return. Then the left hand to the right and return. So little side taps here. Shifting the weight one hand into the other. Let's go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Once again, come down onto your knees. Give your hands a rest. I know it's a lot on the hands and the wrists here in the beginning. Now, we're going to take it into a side plank. So you can come onto your elbow or you can be on your hand. So your choice. So let's set it up. Right hand down. And then left arm's gonna go up towards the ceiling. So So right hand or right elbow down, hit your side plank, left arm's up high to the sky. Now hover that left leg off the right. Just hold, just hover. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax it down and let's switch it out immediately. So find that left side arm plank. Same thing, just hover that right leg and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it down, have a seat. Give those wrists a few circles here, maybe some infinity rolls. So from here, you're seated on your mat, come onto your elbows. So elbows are gonna prop us up, chest is open, you're not sinking into your shoulders, you're lifting. So lift up and out of those shoulders, legs to tabletop. So zip the legs together, point your toes, knees stacked above the hips. Inhale, extend, exhale to bend. Inhale, extend, exhale, bend. So your range of motion isn't huge here to start. You're being mindful that those knees are not going back past your hips. Nice and smooth. Now, if at any point staying propped on your elbows is too much, you can always lay down on your back and do all of this. So laying down on your back will give you less core work, but it'll be more supportive. Now keep it going, just increase your range of motion. So think tuck the knees in and then extend. So exhale, tuck, inhale, lengthen. So let the knees come up towards your chest, squeeze your heels in towards your seat, and then lengthen it back out. So right about now, you should be feeling those abs. Now we're gonna continue, just pick up the pace. So keep the integrity of your movement. All you're doing is moving it along a little faster. Head up, chest up, shoulders down the back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sit yourself all the way up. Take a breath. Maybe find a forward fold, or maybe twist it out here. We are gonna go back in that same position. So whenever you're ready, maybe back on your elbows. Once again, think about lifting off the elbows, not dumping into them. Take your legs back to tabletop, and then feet are gonna go to a Pilates V. So they'll go heels together, toes apart, and now you have space in between your legs. Think like a little frog. Inhale, lengthen, exhale to bend. So it is the exact same thing. The only thing that we have changed is you now have external rotation from your hips. So hips are opening. You're squeezing those heels together. So think abs and inner thighs are firing here. Keep it going, just increase that range of motion. So think take it to a squat as you come in, and then lengthen all the way back out. So knees to the shoulders, heels towards the seat, and then legs zip back out to 45. Keep it going, just pick up the pace. Really push something away with those feet, make it powerful. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Once again, sit yourself up, find your forward fold, take a breath, and what do you know? We're gonna go back in that same exact position again. So bring your elbows back behind you, press your palms down, and then once more, legs to tabletop. Zip them together, point your toes. Inhale, drift your tabletop left. Exhale, drag it back to center. Inhale, drift it right. Exhale it back to center. So just alternating sides, little oblique twists here. Of course, we're gonna add on in a moment. Be mindful of your posture. Now here's where we add on. Drift it left, hold. Extend, keep the legs straight, drag it back to center. Bend the knees to tabletop, drift it right, extend, and drag it back to center. So all you've done is add an extension of your legs side to side. Now we're gonna do one more either side like this, and then we have our grand finale here for being on the elbows. Hold the legs straight, keep the legs straight, go to the left, circle it down through center, up and over to the right, all the way back up. So you're making a circle. Now here's where you really should feel some shaking happening in those abs. If you feel the shake, you're doing it right. Now start it to the right side. So right, up and around to the left, all the way to center. Make sure you're still breathing. You guys are almost out of this. Stick with me. 3, 2, last one here. And let the feet release. Let your back come down onto your mat. Take a pause. Extend the legs out in front. Reach your arms behind. Stretch out through the entire body. Now, fortunately and unfortunately, the abs are not done yet. So bend into your knees. Bring your feet down onto the mat. We're going to go into our 100. So arms are going to go down long beside you and then hover them up and off the mat. So you're squeezing shoulders through the fingers. Curl your head and shoulders up. You're going to start to pump those arms. Now your pattern of breath. You're going to inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Float the legs to tabletop. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, you guys, this is it. Last set here. And release it down. Take a pause. Hug your knees in. Maybe rock it a little side to side. All right, now from here, let's go ahead and ground those feet down into your mat. Take your arms down long beside you. Give me a big inhale here. With your exhale, lift the hips. Roll your spine up and find your bridge. So back side of the body is starting to fire. Squeeze through your booty. Keep those hips up high. And inhale, lift into the heels. Come onto your toes. Exhale, release the heels. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, release. So isolate your movement. Nothing else moves, just those heels lifting and lowering. Keep squeezing through those glutes. Keep the hips up. Hold the heels up high so you're balancing on your toes and the balls of your feet. Start to give me little pulses through the hips. So think tiny, tiny pulses here. Barely moving those hips up and down. Now what we're going to do is we're going to gradually start to make those pulses a little larger. So with making them larger, think hips sinking lower towards the mat, but you still press it up to your high point. So you're increasing the range of motion. More down, but then all the way back up. So you'll come to a point where your hips are tapping the mat and then lifting back up. All the while heels are still up nice and high. You're still breathing here. All right, you guys, let's go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it down. Let the heels connect. Extend your right leg up high to the sky. Wrap your hands behind your thigh or calf. Maybe lift the head. Pull that right leg in a little bit closer. Go ahead and release that. Extend the left leg up. Pull the left leg in. And then release. Now both feet are grounded down on your mat. So we're going to work on some teasers here and some teaser progressions. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, that's okay. I'm going to walk you guys through it. So feet are down on your mat. Arms are going to go up high to the sky. Now I know I always say that we're not going to use momentum, but momentum is going to help us just a touch here. So press heels through the toes into your mat. Arms are nice and active. Give me a big inhale to prepare. Now, as you exhale, circle your arms out to the side. Help use that to lift head and back up and off the mat. So think kind of like a big sit-up here, and then release it back down. So inhale to prepare. Exhale, use that circle of your arms to help lift your upper body up, and then slowly release it back down. Now, if you're new to the teasers, you might not be lifting your entire back up and off the mat, and that's perfectly fine. So even if you're only lifting just up through your upper back, that's okay. So wherever you are today is perfect. Now we're gonna do 2 more here. And by the way, you guys, this should be a lot on the abs. That's where you wanna be feeling this, in your core. Relax it down, hold. Now both feet are still grounded. We're gonna start the exact same way. We're gonna add single leg lifts. So arms up, both feet are grounded. Big inhale to prepare. Now everything is gonna stay the same, but that left leg is gonna lift as you lift the back up. So exhale, circle the arms out, lift, and your left leg has lifted up and off that mat. Return the left foot down as you return the back down. Now take it with that right leg. So if adding a single leg lift is too much, that's perfectly fine. Both feet can stay grounded. So alternate which leg is lifting. And once again, make sure you're putting mind to the muscle. So it's abs. This is all core work here. Now let's do one more other side. And release it down. Take a pause here. So here's where we add that extra challenge of both feet lifting. So both feet are grounded. Arms are gonna come up. Once again, inhale to prepare. Now as you exhale, circle the arms, lift the upper body, float the legs off the mat. Just hold, legs are just hovering here, and then slowly release it down. So try those lifts a few times with those feet just hovering. If that's working okay for you, start to pull them into tabletop. So as you lift, legs come into that tabletop position, and then you release back down. Now, if you are just feeling like a superhero today, and you want to try to extend the legs, same idea, just as you lift, legs are going to lift to 45 with you. So inhale to prepare, exhale, lift everything up and off the mat, and release it down. All right, you guys, wherever you are, 3 more here. And then I promise your abs are gonna get a break. Last one. And release it down. Once again, stretch your legs in front, reach your arms back behind you. Full body stretch here. And then let's go ahead and flip on over to your stomach. So flip over to your stomach. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, separate your legs out about mat distance, rest your forehead on your mat. Now inhale, press firmly into your palms, squeeze your elbows in tight, and lift to just a little cobra. So think just head and chest. Exhale, release it down. Inhale, press into your palms, just that little cobra. Exhale to release. One more like this. Now, on this next one, before you move, hover your hands off the mat. So hands are still right under your shoulders, elbows are squeezing in tight. Same idea, your hands are just hovering. So inhale, lift the upper back and head, exhale to release. Inhaling to lift, exhaling to lower. So it's just a little bit more of a challenge with those hands hovering. If it's ever too much, just bring the hands back down onto the mat. Keep squeezing the elbows in tight. Now on this next one, hold your lift. Extend the arms back behind you, palms floating up towards the ceiling. Just like that first exercise, inhale, press your palms up towards the sky. Exhale, release. Inhale to press. Exhale, release. Now note, head and chest are staying lifted. So the lifting and lowering that's happening here is just through those arms. Now, if it feels okay, add the legs as well. So inhale, arms in, legs lift. Exhale, they lower. If adding the legs is too much, you go back to just the upper body. Keep pressing your hips into that mat, helping to lengthen and strengthen your lower back. Hold your lift. Hold all of that lengthening. Now from here, just give me little pulses. So think palms pressing up towards the sky, legs starting to get a little bit higher up and off that mat. Make it sharp. Squeeze through your entire body. Full body should be fired up here. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it down. Bring your hands back under your shoulders. Press into your palms. Lift it up into your swan. Head up, chest up. Feel that nice stretch through the abs. Maybe even float the gaze up. And then gently bend into your elbows. Release it down. We're going to press back to our child's pose here. So bend into your knees. Sink your booty back towards your heels. Stretch your arms out long. Go ahead and slowly restack your spine. Come up tall. It is all smooth sailing from here, you guys. So have a seat. Stretch your legs out a little bit wider than hip distance, so a little bit wider than your mat. Flex your feet, so heels are digging in, toes are straight up towards the ceiling, arms out to a T. We're gonna take it to our saw. So you're up nice and tall. Inhale here. As you exhale, rotate to the left. Now from here, right fingertips are gonna reach for your left pinky toe. Reach it. 1, 2, 3. Lift, rotate back to center. Now go to the right. Reach it. 1, 2, 3. Lift, rotate center, and go back to the left. So think about that back arm reaching behind you as well. What you'll find is every time your chest is getting closer towards the top of your thigh, and your rotation is increasing here. So opposite pinky to opposite toe, you're getting that rotation through your spine. It should be a nice feel-good stretch here. Now let's do one more either side. Make sure you're coming up tall in between. Bring it back up tall. If it feels okay, take the legs out a little bit wider into your straddle. If not, you can always keep them separated at that same distance. And then from here, arms are gonna come up by your ears. Sit up tall. Inhale here. As you exhale, start to reach it forward. Lengthen through your spine. Hands down on the ground. Release your head and chest down towards the mat. So we've got our wide leg forward fold here. Think about it as an active stretch. So feet are staying flexed. You're trying to press your hips back, increasing that external rotation. Every time you exhale, think about the head and chest lowering just a little bit more. Maybe those fingertips walking a little further away. Last big inhale here. With your exhale, use your hands to help walk yourself all the way back up nice and tall. Bring a hand behind each knee. Help bend those knees and slide the legs all the way together. Zip it up. Flex through your feet. Sit up tall. Inhale the arms out to the side and up. Exhale, fold it forward. Try to pull your nose down towards your knees. Flex those feet. Last big inhale here. And with your exhale, slowly restack your spine. Head is last to lift. All right, you guys. We survived. You guys are all done. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'll see you guys next time.